Well, look, there's two kinds of ways to kind of sell on LinkedIn. The first is to write consistently good content over a period of time. And by consistently good content, I mean doing a video once a week, which I encourage every single person to do. It's writing short form content, which is part of LinkedIn's algorithm right now. It's working very well, short form content. I also do PDFs every 2 weeks where I'll just do 10 slides and give loads of value to people on negotiation, on how to deal with being ghosted, overcoming objections, how to deal with discounting. Just again, things that affect people every single day in their business lives. So everything I do, I've experienced, but I always talk about things people can understand. That's all. Videos and PDFs don't get a huge amount of exposure. You don't get massive views, but I don't care about the massive views. What I care about is engagement on my posts and incoming inquiries. So that's really what I care about. So that's one way of generating leads. And when someone makes an inquiry, I don't say, give me your email address, let's get onto a Zoom call. People trust LinkedIn. So I will talk to them a bit on LinkedIn first. I'll ask them a few questions. What is it you want to achieve? Why do you want to achieve it? What does this mean to you? Why haven't you achieved it yet? And I'll have a conversation for a bit. And then I will say, this is fantastic. Let's hop onto a Zoom call for 15, 20 minutes. I just want to make sure we're a right fit because it's important you get on with me and I get on with you. And that's it. And if you want to work with me, fantastic. If you don't, I will wish you the best. So by saying that, I lower their defenses. It's not a 1 hour sell. It's not even a half an hour sell. It's just letting them know I'm not a psychopath and I'm there to help them succeed. Because that's really what I want you to do in that first meeting is to let you know I understand what you're going through and I'm here to help you succeed. And here's what the cost will be. That's it. Not hidden costs, not hidden fees, which so many coaches do. I don't tie people in for 12 months in a year like a lot of people do. Everything is very transparent. And the idea of that call is to show people you're the real deal. So that's it. That's one way of getting business on LinkedIn. Consistently good content, talking to them on LinkedIn, and then converting them in the Zoom call. The second way to do business on LinkedIn.
Maybe before we go to the second, I want to just ask you to talking to them on LinkedIn in the messages, because I also feel you are like the king of diversification. So talk to me a little bit about you don't just like write messages, because what else can you do in the messages?
No, I don't. So I talked earlier about the importance of standing out. If you really want to succeed on LinkedIn, stand out and be different. So if you imagine the kind of customer you want to do business with, they are being inundated all day long by emails, possibly WhatsApps as well, and LinkedIn DMs. Everybody's saying the same thing. Hi, how are you? I can help you. Here's my Calendly link. Almost everybody says the same thing. I see this with my clients all the time. Almost everybody sends the same sales message. I don't do that because I know the importance of being different. So I will get my phone. And I got two choices. I will do this and I'll shoot a video, no software, no editing. I'll shoot a video like this in under 1 minute and press send. Or on LinkedIn, if you go to someone's LinkedIn, let me go to Karina's actually. I'll give you a good example of how to do this because it's nice to know how to do this. So Karina, there we go. There's Karina. So Karina's profile is right here, okay? And you see this messaging button? It's just here. And instead of sending a message, I type this microphone button and I hold it down. Hi, Karina, it's Niraj here. I've been liking and commenting your posts for the last 2 weeks, and there's been a lot of changes to LinkedIn's algorithm that a lot of people aren't aware of right now. Certain things like length of videos, certain things like voice notes, which are still the best way to generate new leads, and just good ways of selling, because most people can't sell well on LinkedIn. If this is of interest to you, here's my number, here's my email. If I don't hear from you, it's okay. I understand how busy you are. I'll happily follow up in a few days. Thank you. And then you have the option to cancel it and try again, or you press send. And I've just pressed send, and that's how it appears. And that's it. So, I mean, I just improvise that, but that is how I communicate with people. It's through video. So like tonight, I'm wearing my lovely shirt, I've got a nice jacket on, I'll send a video. If I'm feeling a bit lazy and somehow I'm in my tracksuit bottoms or my shirt's creased, which sometimes happens, I send a voice note. It's entirely up to you what you do. People who are introvert usually prefer voice notes. People like myself who are extrovert prefer video.
But this is a great way to really like stand out. And like, I mean, the amount of people that send voice notes, I can count them on one hand.
Yeah. I've received since January, I've received 2 voice notes saying Happy New Year from my clients. And I received about 40 generic Happy New Year. Not Dear Niraj, just Happy New Year. I've responded to none of them because with the greatest respect, it means nothing. It really doesn't mean anything. And that's not me being difficult or me thinking I'm better than anybody else. No, it means nothing. Personalization is a big deal right now because there's so much terrible automation. There's so much bad copy and pasting. AI is making life difficult for so many people. It's meant to be making our lives easier, but it's deeply impersonal. So personalization is really working very well on LinkedIn right now.
Perfect. So let's go on to the second point of selling.
Sure. So the second point of selling is when you find your ideal customer. So today is Tuesday. Okay. So just say today's Tuesday and I see a customer I want to do business with on LinkedIn. If they're posting on LinkedIn, I'll like and comment on their post. And a few days later, I'll like and comment on their post again, and I will send a personalized invite. I never send a generic invite because, again, it's not memorable. I always send a personalized invite to say, thank you for your post, which I liked and commented on. I thought it was very good because of this. Now, not everybody is on LinkedIn. So in which case, I will say I was on your website, I read your blog or your case study, or I saw an interview on Google, or I saw your tweet, but I always make it relevant to the person I'm speaking to. This is so important because most people don't do this. And then I'll wait for a few days more and I'll like and comment on their post again. Notice I haven't sold to them yet. And usually my fourth point of contact is when I will send a video or leave a voice note. This is very important. And I'll say something like, Karina, I've been liking and commenting your posts in the Middle East because I've done business all over Europe and North America, but I haven't done business in the Middle East yet, and I hope to be there someday. Karina, 90% of business is in the follow-up, and yet most people don't follow up effectively. And yet that's where all the money is. I'll be happy just to share some ideas with you that will help you. We might not even be the right fit. I just want to share some ideas that will really help you either way going forward. Here's my email. Here's my address. I look forward to hearing from you. And if I don't, I'll happily follow up in a few days. That's about 40, 45 seconds. But that's my fourth point of contact when I sell. Not my first ever, not my second, not my third. It's my fourth point of contact because that is good sales. Contacting somebody the first time around trying to sell to them is death. You will lose that. You will never get a deal like that ever. So it's important to think very carefully about how you approach people and when you approach people as well.